Come here, son, nephew, young man. Let me holler at you. When you go to work, you're not going to work to make friends. You're not getting paid to make friends. You're going to work to perform a set amount of duties, to fulfill a contract, to get a job done. And after that, you need to go home. Be cordial, be approachable, be knowledgeable, but only tell people what they need to know. Talk to folks on a need-to-know basis. They don't need to know all your personal business. They don't need to know much. I mean, it's a fine line, but no need to be getting too far into politics. If you do, if you're drawn into that type of situation, for example, myself as an educator, I listen, I remain open. If the kids ask my opinion, I still give both sides of the argument so they don't necessarily know which mine is, because that's their constitutional right to not have my beliefs pushed on them. But otherwise, you don't have to engage in that type of thing. Here's why. A good friend of mine got caught up in a situation that, first of all, he honestly shouldn't have been at this job. He has too many credentials to have been at this job, but it was a job he was passing through. But he made some mistakes while he was there. One, he got too friendly with these people, and I'll save that one for last. One, I do believe along the way he must have let somebody know what he knew. When you go on jobs, especially lower level jobs, and you let people know that you have credentials that surpass theirs, you have officially become a threat to the people around you, especially if you start getting promoted. Two, when you're dealing with females at work, you got to keep some distance. You don't want for any of them to be able to have, grounds to say you harassed them or anything like that. And you need to understand what your company's policies towards harassment are, because a lot of times some policies, some laws in some states may even say if you look at a female the wrong way, they can consider that harassing. And you don't want things to be able to be used against you by people who feel threatened by you. And three, my partner got a little bit too comfortable with these folks and too friendly. And he's a good guy. He's a personable guy. He's a people person. The problem is, now you've let these people know, yeah, I can outwork you. Yes, I'm smarter than you. Yes, I've been other places that you haven't been. Yes, I'm being promoted fast. And, I'm a friendly guy, so I'm not even looking for you to stab me in the back. So in a sense, a well-meaning person, although well-meaning, but a well-meaning person in this situation left himself open for attack. And they opened up a barrage of attacks on him, and they got him up out of there. So the first thing I say to that, which is the subject of this video, don't be too friendly and don't go to work thinking that these people are your friends. Don't be hanging out with these people that you'd have met at work and going out drinking and going out partying and letting these people have your personal phone number and telling them where you live and telling them all your business and telling them who you know and what your connections are, because you don't know who these people are taking that information back to. And I know it's sad that I even have to speak like this, but it's true. These things happen. And I've seen some good people. Shucks, I've been in this situation before. I've gotten stabbed in the back. That was a hard bar lesson. That's why I can speak on it firsthand. But I can tell you, especially if you're early in your career or if you've had a setback in your career, especially, guard your secrets, guard your personal business. These folks, these jobs are still competitive, ladies and gentlemen, to a degree. Now, granted, and I want you to think about something else. We're in a economy where people don't want to work and jobs are open everywhere. But I guess maybe, just maybe, now that some of that lockdown money is drying up, people are getting ready to go back to work. Well, the first people who that would hit would be people on the lower economic rungs of society. They're going to need jobs first, and they'll be the most cutthroat about them. So that means the economy may be returning to normal if you're seeing more things like that happen. Don't you be a part of schemes and scams like that. Keep yourself some distance. Keep yourself some privacy. Say hello. Do the job well. Don't do it so well where you're just outshining the master, like in the 48 Laws of Power. Don't be showing off and stuff like that, but don't think that these folks are your friends. They're co-workers. Nothing more, nothing less. And as always, never lose the will to win and never lose the will to survive.